Hello, and a very warm welcome to all of you. A very good morning from India. Thank you for joining us from all over the world. I am Rackhee Trust, and it is such an honor to be with all of you today. I'm a self mastery coach, and having home birthed my two beautiful babies, I'm passionate about sharing my skills with mums and mums to be for co creating a sacred space in and around birthing. Thank you for being here with me today. In my decade plus of professional experience in the field and study of transforming lives through rewiring our subconscious memories, beliefs, and ideologies, I've come to realize that not only do our childhood experiences shape who we become, but also the life that we live and attract. So here's a story I want to tell you all of one of my clients that will help illustrate this. There was once a little girl, all of 5 years old. One day she was unwell and stayed home from school. In the afternoon, as was customary, an ice cream vendor rode into her lane on a cycle. Hearing the sound of the familiar horn, she ran to the balcony window and asked her father for a few rupees to buy herself an ice cream. As she bought herself an ice cream, her school bus pulled in and her best friend got off the bus. Seeing her buying herself an ice cream, the best friend asked for one too. The kind little girl bought herself an ice cream and also bought one for her best friend before returning home. On being asked for the change by her father, she hesitated while informing him that she had run out of all the money because she bought her friend an ice cream too. To her horror, her father flew into a rage and said to her that she could never be trusted with money. From then on, somewhere deep inside, she believed her father's words to be the gospel truth. And by the time she approached me as a full grown adult, she was well educated, very well educated, intelligent, and a grown woman, in spite of which she had found herself struggling to sustain herself in good wealth and abundance in her life. When we worked together on her inability to have an abundant life, this incident arose as one of her earliest memories, where her subconscious mind had registered trauma in relationship with money and her self-worth around it. As this memory was healed and her self-confidence regained, she made breakthroughs in her career and is now a renowned professional leader in her space. My reflections on this client led me to the realization that we often disregard that children are like sponges, absorbing all of what we are saying and doing with them, all of what they're hearing, experiencing, and feeling. Sometimes even when things are being said to them that we may not mean. All of what we hear, feel, believe becomes a part of a children's identity. It plays an important role in carving not only who they become as adults, but also the life that they build around themselves. Let's do a short exercise together to explore what you may have absorbed during your childhood or even during the course of your adult life. While I can't go into this in as much detail and depth as I would have loved to if this were an in-person or a private session between you and me, let's make the most of the moment we have together virtually. So I invite you to readjust your posture and get comfortable if you like, and close your eyes when you're ready. Take your time to become comfortable in your body, and when you're ready, you may bring your awareness to your breath, focusing on your in-breath and out-breath as you inhale and as you exhale. Breathing in deep and breathing out long, allowing everything else to simply dissolve. You will find that within a few moments, the more you focus on your breath, the thoughts begin to dissolve. You find a stillness within you that is oftentimes lost The more often you do this, the easier it gets to find this space of deep inner silence and tranquility. Continue to focus on your breathing until you feel connected to the deep silence within you. It may not happen immediately right now, and that's absolutely all right too. You can come back to the recording of this summit after it concludes and do this exercise with me virtually as many times as you like. Just know that this space, this place exists within you, just like it does within every living being. And it's only a matter of you rediscovering it for yourself. So let's take another moment and ground ourselves in this space between each in-breath and out-breath. This silence that exists here between the in-breath and the out-breath. In this space of quietude, I invite you to ask yourself the following questions. What do I want? What do I want? What you want could be how you want to birth your baby. It could be the missing piece in your relationship. It could be what you want to achieve in your professional life. Or it could simply be just wanting to be at peace with yourself. So whatever emerges for you as soon as you ask yourself this question is the right answer. There's no judgment. There's no wrong or right, no good or bad, just your truth. Take your time and allow that answer to emerge for you. When you are ready, you may ask yourself the next question. How do I feel without having it? How do I feel without having it? Allow yourself to just open into the feeling. For some of us, this may not be easy because it may not be very familiar. And that's really all right. Know that this isn't your last opportunity to experience this. And the more times you come back to doing this exercise, the better you will get at it. So you don't have to get it right in this very moment. So breathe and relax. If by now you're in touch with how you feel about not having what you want, take a few moments to just acknowledge that feeling. Letting its presence be felt. Letting the feeling be felt. Letting the emotion or the energy that is in motion within you to just move inside you. We're just making room for this energy to move inside you. That's just its nature. It's doing what it's meant to do. It's meant to be felt and to cause some discomfort within you as you feel it. So let's just allow it to be. Next, when you're ready, you can ask yourself this. When have I felt like this before? When have I felt this feeling or this way before? You may have a sense of knowing how old you were when you felt this way for the very first time, or an old memory may surface when you felt this emotion before, and that is wonderful. If a younger you shows up, let's embrace him or her just the way you'd embrace a loved one or a hurting friend. If a feeling has shown up, let's embrace that emotion within. Let it know that it's acknowledged. Let it know that it is felt. It is validated. And it is okay for you to have this feeling inside. In your own unique way, give that emotion love. Give the memory love. Give the younger you love. Let them feel seen, heard, and safe. When that feels complete for you, just like you blow a flying kiss, gently exhale through your mouth, letting the emotion or the younger you go. Slowly coming back into the awareness of this present moment, the awareness of your breath, your body, and gradually opening your eyes when you feel ready. You may now refresh your posture if you like and come back to being with me. I'd love to hear how this felt for you. So feel free to email me or find me on Instagram. You'll find my links below. I'd love for you to share your experiences with me. In the early years of my practice, I had the honor of working with a very sweet 6-year-old who was unfortunately diagnosed with cerebral palsy in her first few years of life. She had been adopted in her infancy by a wonderfully loving family. Due to her condition, however, among other things, her speech was severely impaired. As we built a rapport and worked through various issues, she began showing improvement and her speech was also slightly improved. I also better understood her verbal and non-verbal cues as we got used to one another. One day, as we went into a deep state where the subconscious begins to reveal memories that have been tucked away for a long time, she described experiencing immense fear while she was in her mother's womb. She said she experienced her biological mother inserting a knife into her own vagina as if to terminate an unwanted pregnancy. She felt rejection. She felt being unwanted. The child's adopted mother, who was in the room during our session, was astonished to hear what her daughter had shared, because the fact of this incident had only been shared with her at the time of adoption by the doctor who was releasing the baby. And the only people in the room at the time were the mother, the doctor, and the infant. This incident was, for obvious reasons, never discussed, and there was no logical explanation for how the child would have known of such a gruesome truth. What was important for me as a birth specialist and a trauma specialist is that the baby had registered trauma of all of what the mother had done, gone through, thought, experienced, felt, perhaps even said or voiced, while the baby was still in utero in her mother's womb. And while we can only surmise whether or not this trauma had anything to do with her current condition and development, Today, science is making advances in their studies and showing how early childhood experiences are shaping us as individuals, having a lasting impact on our life and the life we create for ourselves, the reality that we create for ourselves. So it would be safe to say that just as food and water that are stored in a silver or a copper vessel gain its properties, so too a child in its mother's womb inherits the impressions of the mother's inner state, her thoughts, her beliefs, her values, her experiences. So my goal as a self-mastery coach for all my preconception and pregnant mamas is to work on unlearning all the conditioning from your childhood, sometimes even from your life's experiences and past lives that are not serving you, so that we can together bring the sacred back into birthing. If you are a pregnant mommy or are in the process of planning a baby, or you simply want to experience something beautiful with me right now, join me in this next exercise we're going to do together. Once again, I invite you to refresh your posture. Make sure you're comfortable and close your eyes. You may wonder why I keep asking you to close your eyes. From the moment we are born, our lives are so overloaded with sensory stimulus that unfortunately, before we could even become aware of how to connect within ourselves, we've been conditioned to turn outside towards the outer world instead of the inner world. So shutting our eyes to all the external stimuli is just one simple way, a simple attempt at coming back to one's own center with more ease. So with that, I invite you to close your eyes once more and bring your awareness to your breath, focusing on your in-breath as it comes in and your out-breath as you gently exhale. Breathing in deep and breathing out long. Taking another deep breath in and breathing out long. And breathing in deep and breathing out long. As you continue to remain in the awareness of your breath, you may now bring your awareness to the crown of your head. See or imagine a six-sided hexagonal window in the top center of the crown of your head. This window slides open just like the sky window in a car. As you focus your awareness on this cosmic window, see or imagine it sliding open. Allowing your awareness with conscious intention to move outside and beyond your body. As you allow your awareness to drift further and further beyond your body, rising upwards, even further, higher up, all the way upwards and outwards into the cosmos. Witness all of what you see, all of what you feel, and all of what you experience. You are in the star-studded galaxy with breathtaking views around you. Bask in its beauty. See, feel, and know that you are a part of the stardust around you. You are one with them. The sparkling light around you is you. It is an extension of you, and it is your true identity. The sparkling light around you is you. It is an extension of you, and it is your true identity. Stay with this awareness. Sit with this awareness. in silence for a few moments. Now, further above and beyond, you notice the most beautiful, iridescent, blue and gold, translucent, sparkling, womb-like structure. This is the cosmic womb, the mother womb of the universe, where every soul resides before entering the mother's womb. If you are pregnant right now, know that your baby journeyed all the way from here towards you. And if you are in the process of conceiving, you may use this opportunity to connect with the cosmic womb right now. You may even want to enter inside. Take a look around. You will find little specks of jelly-like golden light, bulbous dots floating all around the cosmic womb. Let them know you are here to welcome the chosen one into your womb. You may even have a dialogue with one of them. You may want to thank them for revealing themselves to you, or for sending one of them to you already. Stay here for the next few moments. Now, gradually bring your awareness back towards the crown of your head, through the cosmic window inside the crown of your head. Allow your awareness to re-enter your body. And when you find yourself in the awareness of your breath again, you may close the cosmic window with conscious awareness and intention. Slowly bringing yourself back to your breath. Take your time to just focus on the in-breath and out-breath for a few cycles. Taking the time to integrate all of what you may have felt or experienced. And opening your eyes when you feel ready. I would love to ask you all what you experienced. And I miss that the most about these pre-recorded sessions. Did you know that when a woman carries a girl child in her womb, not only is she carrying her daughter, but also her grandchildren within her? I'm sure many of you know this already. As the baby girl develops within the mother's womb, all the eggs she's ever going to produce are formed within the little girl's body while she's still in her mother's womb. So not only is the mother carrying the next generation, she's also carrying the generation after that. This is why trauma is intergenerational and it's passed down along the ancestral line. So when a to-be mom does the inner work to clear all her childhood trauma, past experiences, stresses, limiting beliefs, disempowering thoughts, unwanted experiences, and so on, she creates a clean slate, a healthy, sacred inner environment for the many generations to come. If you'd like to know more about this topic or simply share your feedback with me on this presentation, I'd love to hear from you. You may reach out to me via email or through my website or through Instagram, and you'll find my links below. If you'd like to find out more about my womb to world training, where you will unlearn all of what's holding you back, and that'll ground you in the powerhouse that you truly are, together we can bring the sacred back into birthing through this training. Please feel free to get in touch with me for more information. It's always such a pleasure to hear from my audiences on how I can improve on whatever I've offered you. Thank you so much once again for participating and being here with me today. May you enjoy the rest of the summit and all that we have to offer you. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.